Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to move on to adding and subtracting decimals to the nearest hundredths. Now, you have worked with hundredths a little bit already, so what we're going to do is just take what we've learned about adding and subtracting decimals to the tenths, and we're going to move it and add one more digit on the right-hand side. So instead of having one digit beside the decimal, you're now going to have 2. And you're going to work exactly the same way, so it shouldn't be difficult for you to make this transition. So our key math learnings are basically decimals can be subtracted using place value, and when subtracting decimals vertically, you make sure that you line up that decimal. Okay? So here we go. This is going to just add on to the learning we've already learned. Adding and subtracting decimals to the nearest hundred simply means adding another digit to the right. So you can see now that we have the ones placed over here. Oops, got to change color, I guess. We have the ones right here. And then we have the tenths, and this is what we worked with yesterday. So we were dividing everything with the 3.2 and 1.6, 5.9. So now all I'm going to do is I'm going to add one more number to the right, and instead of working with 3.2, you're going to work with numbers like 3.21 or 6.57. You all understand what's going to happen? Should be pretty straightforward, right? So let's take a look. We're going to do adding. I'm going to start with the very easiest stuff first. We're not going to be using the flats and rods this time because you don't want to do it. So, Tiffany, how do I add this one?
You put 0, 0, and... What? What 0?
Because he can hear you.
You put the 0, and 0, and then I go to the...
Okay. Good. All right. So what she said is to put a 0, and a 0, and an 8. Okay? Now what I would have done is I think that working from the left to the right, working this way is not a very good idea because when you have to carry, what happens? You can't carry, can you? So you should always work this way, from the left or from the right-hand side to the left. So what you should always do is take it, make sure you put your decimal in, so always line up here, okay? And then 3 plus 5 is 8, and then 0 plus 0 is 0, and 0 plus 0 is 0. So your answer is 0.08. So it worked, she got the right answer, but she probably would have been in a little bit of trouble if we had to do any carrying. Let's move on to the next example. This one still has no carrying. Sydney, come up and do this one for us. You have to write big because I have a big marker, okay? So how are we going to do this? Start with which digits? Okay, so 3 plus 6 is 9. 2 plus 1 is 3. You put the decimal in. And 0 plus 0 is 0. Perfect. Good job. Any questions on this one? Does everybody see how easy it is? We're not really changing much. We're just adding one more number there. All right. Okay, you're on. Yes, it is. No, this isn't the hard one. This is still... It's not really easy. It's just kind of easy. So, we're starting with which digits? Okay. 7 plus 1 is 8. 1 plus 1 is 2. Put the decimal in.
And what is the last number?
2 plus 3 is?
5.
5. Get stop and think about that for a second. You want to make sure you got it right. All right. Did you do it right?
Yeah.
Okay. So remember to always line things up. All right. Next question. Now, this one requires carrying. All right. Caleb. This one requires carrying. I'm going to take the marker and I'm going to take just for a second here, and I'm going to make it a little bit thinner, okay? Because we're a little bit too large there. Line style. We'll go down 1. Okay? All right. So try that. So we have what? We're adding stuff. Go ahead. So 7 plus 5 is 12. Yeah. So what do you put down? Put down the 2. Carry the 1. Can you reach it? There we go. Yeah. Okay. No. Yeah, that's right. 7 and 1 is? 7 and 1 is? 7 and 1 is?
Oh! 8! Oh!
No, you're out. You lost your pencil. There we go. So 7 and 1 is? Here we go. We are on deck. How's that? 7 and 1 is? 8. Good. and decimal, and 3. Good job. All right? So what we did here is 7 plus 5 is 12, right? So you write down the 2, the 1 carries over in front, is added to the 10. So it's not 16, that's 6 plus 1 is 7, and 1 more is 8. So that's what we put down here. Make sure your decimal comes down, and 1 plus 2 is 3. Any questions on that one?
Yes.
Okay. 4.81 plus 1.09. Ryan. All right. Yeah, that's just an example. So 1 plus 9 is 10. Carry the 1. That's what now? Yep, 1 and 8 is 9. Put your decimal in. 4 plus 1 is 5. 5.90. Excellent. Well done. 100%. All right. Let's go retouch the first parts first. Now I'm just adding on to it. This makes it a little easier. All right, a little bit more, not tricky, but we'll see. Who hasn't been up here? Abby. Come on. Ah, you caught that, eh? I was waiting for someone to go and add. All right, so 9 take away 3 is 6, right? And 0 take away 0 is 0. The decimal comes straight down. And then 0 take away 0 is 0. So your answer is 0.06.
I could have did that in 10 seconds.
You could have.
5 seconds, even count.
Okay. Cole. You knew you were going to get called sooner or later, right? All right, here we go, Cole. 0.47 subtract 0.24.
Wait.
Yeah, we're subtracting. We're borrowing, subtract.
Oh, hey.
Oh, you're doing great.
Right. Yeah.
All right, so let's see how we did here. 7 take away 4 is 3. That's correct. 4 take away 2 is 2. That's correct. Put the decimal in is 0.0. Excellent. And I grabbed my thing so we don't have to keep putting your hands up. We'll pull sticks out of the popsicle stick. Okay. The next person who's got to come up and do a question is... She just came up. We can't do that. Who's Abby? Kaylin.
She came out.
Yeah, I know, but go put them all back in. From now on, who we pull goes up, even if it's the second person, just right up. You just got called up like 2 seconds ago. Oh, you're in blue now. Okay. So,
That's because it says it.
and then, alright, so that's smart. So, that's 1. 8 take away 7 is 1. There we go. And 6 take away 3 is 3. And put the decimal in. And 2, 3, 5 take away 2 is 3. 3.31. Is she correct?
Yeah.
You betcha. Alright, our next contestant on subtracting right is... Kaylin comes up again. Alright, so Kaylin gets to do another one. Nice, slowly pull it. Okay, this up. Alright, Kaylin. 8 take away 9.
Can't do it.
That's right.
Wait, that's
Yeah, you just like, okay.
And then you can make it shorter.
18.
I have a question for you.
1 second there. That's correct. So now 5 take away 0. Easy. And 0.59. Well done. All right.
Christine, why do you always use yellow?
Why what?
Why do you always use yellow?
Because yellow on black is very easy to see in the back of the room. Okay?
Black on yellow.
Right? It's just the way it is. If I chose to use a background of white with yellow writing, I mean, look what it looks like here. Background. Where's white? Right there.
That looks awesome.
Right?
It's yellow. That's awesome.
Yeah, so I can choose whatever color I want, but some colors don't show up so well.
Do
All right.
that.
You got it.
All right, so we will move on to our next slide. And this is very visible, that's why I do it, so hopefully we'll pull the popsicle sticks. Okay, Brooke. Hey, Miss Kaylin, you have to live with it. Who is it? Who? Haley. All right, Haley. How do you know? They're all within like sticky. If you get called, you gotta come up and try. All right, Haley. All right, so our first step, pick any color you want. We'll turn it into yellow, so it works, okay? All right, now it'll be yellow. All right, so now 2 take away 6. That's your first choice. That's right. You cannot take 6 from 2, so that becomes a 3. So now what happens with the one that you borrowed? There you go. It becomes 12. So now 12 take away 6 is 6. And now continuing 3 take away 2 is 1. Put your decimal in. 0 take away 0. You think about it for a second, okay? Time's up. There you go. Good job.
It looks like a popsicle stick.
Alright, so she did a good job. Now, a little more complicated. More numbers there to work with. And it is going to be, Kaylin, pull the stick. It is?
Caitlin's not here.
Caitlin's not here. Well, you gotta have some guess. Alright, Kaylin, pull the stick for the next person. It is? Meg. Up and at her, Meg. Alright, so we have 2 decimal 32, or 2 and 32 hundredths, taking away 1 and 13 hundredths. Alright, we got to borrow. That becomes 2. That becomes 12. 12 taking away 3 is 9. 2, take away 1 is 1.
Why would you use the yellow line?
It's because the space for the number to be different. And now you have 2, take away 1. There we go. Alright, so, did you do it right? You betcha. Alright, you can't see the numbers?
No, it's kind of hard.
Alright, well, we'll have to make sure we go to yellow next time, okay?
Cross-eyed, see numbers.
Alright, I'm gonna, where's my other, I think I'm over here. Put it in.
It's right there, right there.
Where is it?
Standing.
Put it up there?
Yeah.
Really? No, I don't need that. I'm looking for a marker here. Alright, don't worry about it. I will take and make this permanently into a yellow so that we don't have to worry about it in the future. Okay, there we go. So now we're in yellow. Alright. So the person has to use this marker so it works. And Brooke, who is it going to be? Who is it? David.
That finger sock.
What?
That finger sock.
Alright, David. This is a tough one. Alright, well, let's see what we can do. Can you take 6 from 5? Yes, you do. Can you take from that? Nope, so you have to borrow. Alright, so 15 take away 6.
What do you turn a 2 to? Yeah. What do you turn a 2 to? Oh.
Good. Now, this here 2 you borrowed from is now a 1, right? So now it's 1, take away 1. Okay, put in the decimal. And 7, taking away 6, gives you... Excellent, excellent. You got 1? What's that? Alright, the next person is going to be picked by David. That sounds like a good idea. Alright, David, who is it? Tiffany! Alright, Tiffany. So you have the hardest, just a second, I'm going to grab this and pull it down for you a little bit, okay? How's that? Alright, so now, a little more difficult. Okay.
No, this one's actually a hard one.
Tiffany got a more difficult one.
Yeah, because
That's why you have to think. Do you need to ask a question on how to do this, Tiffany? You can ask someone to help you. Alright, so you have to give her some help. How do we do it? Okay, let her finish, okay? Okay, so you see what she did? She's at the 0 here. She's at this 0 right there, right? and you went to borrow from this 0 over here, there wasn't anything to borrow. So you have to keep going over until you can get something. So what he did is he took from this 9 is now an 8, and then he borrowed here, it became a 10, he borrowed from that, it became a 9, and now Tiffany's got the 10 over here, so 10 take away 5 is what, Tiffany?
5.
5, okay. And now 9 take away 2. 7. Put your decimal. Just got a big decimal. And 8 take away 8. Good job. Good job. Okay, any questions? Okay.
We're always.
Why does she always jump?
Okay.
Oh.
Don't tell who it is just yet. Okay, take back. We'll tell you in a second. Hide it. Don't tell anybody. Okay. So to continue on the next part of this, one of the most common things we find in the nearest hundred is money. Since there are 100 cents in a dollar, we usually write the money in dollars and cents, where the 2 digits to the right here, the 5 and the 8, those are the cents. And the numbers on the left-hand side, the 2, that's how many dollars you have. So this is $2.58. Okay? All right. So, who is coming in? All right. Your job to come up here, Brooke, is you have to do the first, or pick anyone. I want you to take and separate the amounts that I've got there. Oh, she's got the, where's our, separate the amounts that are on the left, and tell me how many dollars and how many cents they split up into. Tell me how many dollars, this amount is right here, here's the amount right there, right? So I want to know how many dollars that is, and how many cents that is. So how many dollars? Write down the number of dollars there is there. Okay. I think the marker's too big. And the next one is how many cents are there?
What is that?
It's going to write nice and big and confident. 46 cents. Perfect. Okay, now, so, who's next? The next one is, Haley comes up to get to do the next one. All right, Haley. Okay. All right, so, yeah, Haley. $4.00. Good job. Okay, so, who's coming up after you? It's going to be, hurry up, the parents are waiting. Leon. Okay, put it back in there. Okay, Leon. Pick one. Here you go. This marker here. He's got the $12 and the 30 cents. Good job. Your 30 is a little kind of messed up there. Okay, good. Excuse me. Stay on. Here. Stay on. All right, pick another stick. And this one goes up to Haley. You're back up here. All right, Haley. 0.99. How many dollars? How many cents? $0 and 99 cents. Good job. Next slide. Now we have to complete the following. I got some other ones here. We have some missing parts. You have to go the other way. So hurry up. We want it all day. It is K. Come up here, Katie, and pick one of them. See if you can figure it out.
Oh, this looks so weird.
3, 40. Okay. Now, pick the next person. And look in. Not there. It is, again, Brooke. All right. Bananas? Is that her name? Bananas. Okay, Bananas. Come do one. Banana? Banana. Okay. Okay, dollar sign. $4 and 60. No. Good job. All right. Pulling for the next person, it is going to be.
Smells like blood.
It's going to be Ryan. Come on up, Ryan. Which one's it going to be? Oh, he's already figured out the hardest one.
No, really?
And good job. Excellent.
That was so hard.
All right, and then Ryan here. Gotta take a stick to the next person. Who is it going to be?
All the hard ones left.
David. Come on, David.
Whoa.
All right. Go on, just keep going. 61 with a dollar sign. Okay, flip more button. All right. And decimal. Good job. Perfect. $61.13. David, come here. Who's it going to be? Abby. Alright, so here's the word problem. Leon and Cole went out to buy some junk food. Leon purchased $8.93 of candy. Cole purchased $7.78 of pop. How much did they purchase together? So, add or subtract? Good job. What's the word that shows you that you have to add? Together, exactly. Alright, so, let's see if you can do it. 8.94 plus $7.48. Just kidding. All right. You got too much noise going on. Watch what she's doing. Make sure she does it right. Come on, Abby. Okay. Please be here. All right. So, what's the last thing you have to do in a word problem? Doesn't matter if she put it in a sentence. They purchased dollar sign $16.71. All to get her. Did you ever realize that together is actually to get her? I've been around for many years. I just realized that together is actually to get her. I don't know, but if you're going to pick up your sister at the hockey game, you're going to get her. That means you're together. All right. The next person. Okay, sit down. Leon, you're up next on the next one. All right, so here's the problem. Cade is training for the NHL. Before he starts training, his slap shot travels at 42.87 kilometers per hour. After training, his slap shot travels at 68.56 kilometers per hour. How fast did his slap shot improve by? Add or subtract? Subtract. Yeah, are you watching what he's doing?
Yes.
Good, then don't be chatting. So 16 take away 7. 9. 4 take away 8. Who can't do it? So it goes on 4 rows. That's good. 8 becomes 7. 4 becomes 14. Now 14 take away 8. Someone's got to work on there. And 7 take away 2 is 5. And 6 take away 4 is 2. So this slap shot improved by 2,569 kilometers per hour.
What is your decimal?
Bingo. Exactly. All right. Now, normally you'd write a sentence there, but we're going to skip it just because we want to speed things up. So the next problem goes out to...
David.
Oh, man, David, you're getting lucky today.
All
right. So, Brooke is training for the Olympics in high jump. Before she starts training, she could jump 1.36 meters. After training, she could jump 1.75 meters.
Whoa. We can actually jump 1.75 1.36 meters high.
So we have to subtract this, so it's 1.75, and underneath that is the minus 1.36. Got to make sure that you line the decimals up. Okay, so now 5 take away 6, Dave. Can you do that? No, so you have to borrow. So go over to 7. That's right. So the 7 becomes a what? A 6. 15 take away 6. That's the same number we had last time for you.
Oh!
It's the same number we had last time. 9. Now 6 take away 3. And decimal. And 1 take away 1. 0. Okay, so her improvement, she improved by 0.39 meters. Good job. You're training well. Okay, David. For the next person. Why don't you be David's name?
It's gonna be David.
Who is it?
Abby
Abby
again.
again. All right. So here we go. How rude. All right. It's 11:32. So Abby has to do the whole assignment on the board. All right. Get your new things. Let's get busy.